everybody, Kite562 here, and I have another manga review for you, and it is of The Liminal Zone by Junji Ito. Now, The Liminal Zone is a collection of 4 short stories, and then an afterword by Junji Ito. And the stories are as follows. Within the contents of this book, story-wise, you have Weeping Woman Way, Madonna, Spirit Flow of Aokigahara, and finally, Slumber. And then, of course, the Afterword by Junji Ito. Now, this is a really cool cover, and as you might have noticed, the book is quite thin. I want to say almost as the same size as a Censor. I mean, I haven't read that one, but it looks like a really intriguing read in my opinion. So anyway, this would be my first Dusk Jacket Ito work. As you can see here, it's a dust jacket. Like that. I'm not gonna unfold it off completely, but you know, here's the front cover, Liminal Zone, and here's the back. Really nice with that creepy Virgin Mary statue on the back. So I have to say, I really enjoyed this short, sweet, to the point collection of the Liminal Zone. And so, on the back it says, what destiny awaits them after the wailing. And then on the inside of the Dusk Jacket, it reads, after abruptly departing from a train in a small town, a couple encounters a weeping woman, a professional mourner, sobbing inconsolably at a funeral. Mako changes afterward. She can't stop crying. In another tale, having decided to die together, a couple enters Aokigahara, the infamous suicide forest. What is the shocking otherworldly torrent that they discover there? One of horror's greatest talents, Junji Ito beckons readers to join him in an experience of ultimate terror with 4 transcendingly terrifying tales. And this collection really hooked me. And, you know, I have a lot of notes that I written down as I read this because I don't have the heart to annotate any book at all with like a highlighter or even sticky notes for that matter. So I just write up the notes on my phone, and I thought I'd share them with you. Weeping Woman Way is a story of an engaged couple named Yuzuru, the male protagonist, and Mika, the female protagonist. They witness a funeral as they cross paths with the weeping woman in black who tells them the story of Oruri, the first weeping woman from 200 years ago. So this story kind of reminded me of Gyo with the visuals, but I have to say, well, I should mention that this Junji Ito manga was Junji's first manga with the digital manga app Line, which I think it might be Japan only. If not, let me know down in the comments below. But I have to say, this was a really enjoyable collection, and the visuals within all 4 of these stories just really pop. But all in all, Weeping Woman Way, it was a strong story, but it wasn't really scary. It was just really fascinating to study all the visuals this story had to offer alone. However, it was a really intriguing read. As for the second story, Madonna, it is a story of a girl named Maria Amano, which is our female protagonist for this story, who goes to a religious school called Tensei Academy. Rumors spread about the vice president, Mizuzu Tenjo, you know, Mr. Tenjo's wife, the head principal of the academy. And this is like a story where the students think that Mrs. Tenjo is a witch due to her creepy, eerie appearance, and then it has all the surprising twist of like a Catholic school kind of vibe, like Mizuzu thinks she's the reincarnation of the Virgin Mary. And then mostly Mr. Tenjo throughout the bout of this story just really gave me the creeps as I read it mostly. And I'll just leave it at that because I really don't want to spoil this collection for new readers. But all in all, that was a really fun story. So, Madonna itself had a lot of surprising twists and turns. Again, Mr. Tenjo really creeped me out. I'm surprised he never made an appearance on the Maury Povich show and put it under a lie detector test or whatnot. Oh, who knew? But, yeah, Mr. Tenjo creeped me out more than the vice principal Mizuzu did, even though she looks like a wailing banshee. So anyway, the next story, The Spirit Flow of Aokigahara, which takes place in the infamous Japanese suicide forest. Norio Taniguchi and his girlfriend Mika go to Aokigahara, or Japan's suicide forest. Since Norio wanted to die on his own terms, however, Noria and Mika discover the spirit flow near Dragon's Mouth Cave. Strange findings have been found around Norio and Mika. Now, I really don't want to spoil this story, but I have to say the visuals following up to the big reveal were just really enjoyable. I mean, seeing all the expanded out trees and everything, with some of them smoothed out within the area where the certain events occur, was just really beautifully illustrated within this story, and all the landscapes of the foliage of the forest were just really pleasing to my eye. And I have to say, this was a really enjoyable story to me. It's a very classic ghost story kind of tale, kind of like in the same vein of Smash's Death Row Doorbell story. Kind of that kind of vibe. If you've read this story from the Smashed collection, you know. It's just, it really gave me that kind of energy in a sense, with how some of the visuals were illustrated and sketched out. And all in all, it was just a really phenomenal experience. And now finally, the story Slumber, which is the final story in this collection. With Slumber, Takuya Terada is studying to become a lawyer. However, with a string of murders going on near his apartment, Terada has nightmares of himself committing the heinous crimes. With the lack of sleep, Takuya, he's been wondering, is he the killer? Is he the one truly responsible? Who knows? Read the story to find out. And this story had a very solid thriller kind of like feel to it. A really solid whodunit. I mean, we also get to see Takuya's girlfriend, Konami, I think her name was. Nothing to do with the company, but all in all, it was a really solid thriller kind of story, and I really enjoyed the little Jack the Ripper parody movie that the two were watching at Takuya's apartment, and it was just a really fun read. So, anyway, my final thoughts on this collection. It was a really enjoyable collection of 4 stories, all at a very decent length, almost at the same size as the Orochi volumes. And it's just a really nice, compact, beautiful collection of short stories. And all in all, I have to say my favorite stories from this collection are Slumber and Madonna, with how memorable they were with their visuals and story. And I'll leave it at that. So at the end of the day, I give the Liminal Zone an 8.4 out of 10. So leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content from this channel. This is Kite562 signing out. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Later.